Hey guys, welcome back. For this lecture, we're going to build your very first if function. Now, we're going to start here in the first table. If I can get my drawing tool. In this table here. Now, we're going to use the first letter of your first name to determine your first Jamaican name. Okay? So the way we're going to go about it is firstly, we're going to use the same if map that we used, that I showed you earlier, and then go from here down to the description, okay, down to the formula, and then finally placing it in our document. Okay, so let's begin. We want to say if this letter, okay, any of these letters equals the first letter of your name, that's the criteria. Okay, so we're just going to call it alphabet. If alphabet, let's call it alpha, is equal to the first letter of your name, I'm going to use my name, so Jed. We're going to write the letter J. Okay, if it's true, then we want it to write the first name that corresponds to it. Okay, in this case, we'll look for J over here. If it equals to J, then write Judge. Okay, so that's the true condition. So we're going to go here, then write Judge. Okay, if it's false, we don't want it to write anything. Okay, we want it to leave it blank. Now, the way Excel interprets a blank is by using double talking marks. So that's the first one, and that's the second one. So it's saying that within those talking marks, there's no text, there's no spaces. So Excel is going to say, yep, leave it blank. No problem. So now let's go into the description. We're going to go if alphabetical letter equals J, okay, then write Judge. Oops, that's not the right one. Then write Judge. Otherwise, leave it blank. Okay? Now the syntax for that goes something like this. If alpha is equal to, now it's a letter. Okay? So if it's a letter, we have to put it in talking marks. This is the way Excel interprets text from numbers. Okay? If we write it as just J, Excel's going to go, I don't know the number J, so you're going to get an error. Okay, so you have to, Excel's a genius when it comes to processing stuff, but he can't tell the difference between a number and a letter. So you gotta help it along. Okay, so the first one is the criteria. Okay, and that matches to the one up here. So if alpha is equal to J, then we want it to write Judge. So this is the true condition now. So the true always comes before the false condition, which is this third one here. And if it's doesn't equal to J, then we go into here and we write double talking marks. Pretty simple, right? So now let's copy that into here. So the way it's going to work is, as always, any formula, start off with equals. Equals, then you want to tell Excel, I want to write an if function. So you have to tell it by saying if bracket. Okay, so one of the cool things is also that I should add is when you write a formula like this, Excel helps you out by writing out the actual structure. Okay, so as you can see here, it'll say if logical test. That's the same as the criteria. That's the same as alpha equals J. Okay, now if the value is true, then write Judge. Okay. And if it's false, we want to put it in talking marks. So we just copy that same structure. So we're going to start with if alphabetical letter, okay, equals J. Now notice here we're not typing alphabetical letter. The reason is it's the same with using plus and minus and multiplication. You have to link up the data. It's not going to work if you just type it in. Okay, so if A5 or this letter A is equal to J, then comma, what is the true condition? We want it to write a madre. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it in Jamaican. Okay, but if it's false, comma, as you can see as well, these ones are changing. Now it's the third one's bold. So Excel's telling us, okay, now we're in the third one, right? Blank. And now you want to close the bracket to say, okay, I'm finished with the if function. I want to close it off now. I'm happy with that. So bracket. And as you can see, when you put the bracket in, the brackets of the first one will also highlight, showing that those two are related. And when you're happy with that, you press enter. Now it's going to come out as blank. Why? The reason is you're looking for the letter J. So if that's not J, it's going to come out as blank, like we've shown here. Okay? So now what we want to do is, let's maximize this to show you the full table. We want to extend that formula to the rest of them. Now, we could type them in every single one, but that's going to take forever. So we're going to use the drop down function like we have in the past. Okay? So what we do is we select this first cell and we grab the drop down, the fill handle, and you want to select, drag all the way to the end. Okay? And that'll copy the formulas. Okay? So we release, and there we go. It's picked out our name. Pretty cool. So let me just show you a quick example with a different letter. Let's say the start of my name starts with T. So I'm going to change this to T, like so. I'm going to press enter. Then I need to copy that same formula all the way down again. So we grab the fill handle, we drag all the way to the end, and watch what happens. Instead of the J being pulled out, we're going to pull out the T. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So very powerful. As you can see, with the if function, you don't have to go through the data by yourself. You don't have to go, where's J, where's T. You can just write the formula and let Excel find it for you. Okay, it'll be so much easier. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.